Hello everyone, welcome back to CFA with Jay. And today we will be covering a very important topic, that is IRR. It is not really only limited to CFA but also a few other curriculums, and it is a very widely used topic in all the investment firms, or while doing analysis of your investment, or while analyzing your projects, be it real estate, be it any other. Okay, so today we'll be learning about IRR. What does IRR mean? So it stands for internal rate of return, and it means it is an basically average annual return which is earned from your investment. Now it considers all of the outflows and the inflows. For example, when you put in your invest your capital, for example, of suppose 1 lakh rupees, and then you start getting returns over it uh, for a certain number of periods. So one, the returns are your inflows, and the capital that you have invested is the outflow. And one of the major thing is when you earn it is also important, because IR considers both inflows and outflows. Okay, so moving ahead, let's take an example so that you understand what IRR is. So, for example, that you have started a ice cream business, ice cream cart. You have invested 1 lakh rupees as your initial investment, as your initial investment. So, for example, years 0, 1, 2, and 3, and your cash flows. So now you're investing 1000 rupees, correct? Oh, sorry, 1 lakh rupees, correct? So 1 lakh will be your outflow. So you will consider it as negative. And for example, you are getting returns every year for like 4000 rupees every year. Okay. So this is your BA2 plus professional calculator. So first turn it on. Then you choose first CF. Okay, CF. Your first step is you choose CF on your calculator. It is right here to see. Okay. Once you have selected CF, then click second clear work. So your second button, second and last clear work. So what this does is that it clears out all the previous sums that you have solved, and it is very important for CFA students, because in exams you are in hurry and then calculations get mixed up. So once you have done clear work, so first you can see is CF0. Okay, CF0. Can you see it? Okay, CF0. So what does this mean? This means your initial investment. So you put 1 lakh rupees, do it negative, this to this plus minus sign. Okay, so first put 1, then click this. This will make your number negative, and then you will click enter and down button. Okay, second, in CF0, you will put negative 1 lakh, then enter, and then down button. Once you have done that, the next thing you will see is CF1. Sorry, CO1. So first you will see CF1. Now CF1 means cash flow in our first year, means this 4000 rupees. So just type 4000, enter, down button. You will put 4000, enter, and down button. So next you will see F01. So for this particular sum, you should ignore it and just click down button. Okay? Not enter, just down. Then you will see CO2. CO2. That means this. Okay? This is CO1, this is CO2, and this will be CO3. So CO2 again 4000, enter down button. Now you will see FO2. What you have to do, ignore it for this sum and down button. Then CO3, you will see CO3. Now here CO3 is 4000. So 4000, enter, down button. Now again F03, down button. Now what you'll see is CO4 and 0. You stop there. Now you click IRR. So here is the button IRR. Okay, IRR, click it. Once you've clicked IRR, you will click compute CPT and you get the answer. That is minus 60.39. That is minus 60.39. Our sixth step was CO3. Then seventh was click IRR and then compute button. Our answer has come to minus 60.39. So what does it mean? So it means that you have earned an average of minus 60.39% every year. Means obviously minus means you're in loss, but this is what it was. So now how do you really analyze IRR? This is not in your, I mean, this will rarely be asked in your exam, but if asked, yeah, it can be asked. We don't know CFA. So if it is asked, then what you will do is, if the IRR in real world, if the IRR is above your cost of capital, what is cost of capital? Cost that is incurred to raise the money. So if your IRR is greater than cost of capital, then you accept the project. But if it is not, then you reject the project. Okay. So now moving forward, this is a very simple sum. And at the end of this, there's one more topic that is assumptions of the that will affect the result of IRR. So after that, we'll see two, three sums which are very different and you can solve them on this calculator and it is related to this IRR only. So stay tuned because they will show you so we ignored F01, F02, F03, right? So they'll show you the use of that. So first we'll see assumptions. So now assumptions. What is the first assumption? So these assumptions are technically those that are assumed while calculating the IRR and it affects the results if they are changed. So first is opportunity cost. Opportunity cost. Now, what is opportunity cost? So, for example, you are choosing investment A, but there is also an investment B. So the opportunity that you've lost because you chose investment A is called as opportunity cost. Now, we'll understand it in a better way through examples. So, this opportunity cost is calculated of flow of cash flows. Okay. So, example. Now, we'll take the same example. So, our IRR was 60 point minus 60.39 percentage, right? So, if suppose that you want to start another business, suppose apple carton, you want to sell apples, but it gives a annual return, so you calculate IRR of that too, and you get a the return as minus 70.39%. So now this is way more worse than what we are currently getting, right? So obviously you won't choose Apple Card and you will choose our ice cream card itself. Can our opportunity cost be positive? Yes. Can it be greater? Yes. For example, you want to start a clothing brand, and it gives you a return of positive 60.39%. Obviously, you will go for this clothing brand because it is giving you way more than what your ice cream card was giving you, correct? So this is how your analysis will work, and this is what opportunity cost tells us. So second is reinvestment. Now, reinvestment of what? So, reinvestment of our incoming cash flows. This reinvestment takes into consideration incoming cash flows. What were the opportunity cost taken into consideration? The outgoing cash flow. So IRR assumes that whatever is coming in the business, it is reinvested in an investment opportunity at the same rate as IRR. Means if I am getting 4,000 is getting invested and it is assuming that you are getting sorry, a return of minus 60.39%. So this is what IRR is assuming, and then it is giving you the result. But in real case scenario, it is not true because there are chances that you reinvest that 4,000 rupees, these 4,000 rupees, you reinvest in some other investment, suppose investment A, and it is giving you a return of 10%, or an investment B, and it is giving you a return of minus 70%. These both, or even there is a third possibility that you are getting no results, no returns from it. So these three ways are possible. Hence, this is one of the assumptions that IRR considers while calculating. Hence, it is one of the drawback we can say of the IRR. So these are the two things that you need to know for IRR. And after that, as I promised you, I'll take sums. Now, year 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then cash flows. Cash flows are 10 lakh, obviously negative, then 20,000, 40,000, 40,000, 0, 30,000, 15,000, 15,000, and 15,000. So now you see we have got some uneven cash flows that we have to calculate. Now let's learn how to do that on a calculator. So first, open your calculator, go in cash flow, first in CF, then second and clear work, second and clear work, then put 10 lakh rupees as your initial investment in CF0. First, put the number 10 lakhs. Okay, you see, let me see. Okay, yes, 10 lakhs. And then you have to click this button and you have to click this button, this button, and it will just turn into negative. Okay, now enter and arrow down. Enter and arrow down. enter and arrow down. Now CO1. CO1 is 20,000. So put 20,000. This will be positive because inflow. Then again enter and down. So enter and down. So here F01 will be 1, correct? So put enter and down arrow for F01 2. So now you're getting CO2, right? But you see that there are two of the same uh, inflows that we are getting for two consecutive years. So you'll get put 40,000 on your calculator, enter, arrow down. Now you get F02 and now it is written 2, sorry, 1, correct? If you're getting same return for two consecutive years, then you will put here 2 and enter and down arrow. Enter and down arrow. So now what you'll see is CO3. Now CO3 has 0 returns or inflow. So we'll click 0, enter and down arrow. Then F03 is 1. So enter and down arrow. Then you for fifth year you're getting 30,000, correct? So put 30,000 on your calculator, enter down button. F04 will be 1 only because only 30,000 we are getting it only in 1 year. So enter down button. So CO5. Now you have got CO5. But see, you are getting 15,000 for 3 consecutive years. So what you'll do is you will put 15,000 first. Okay. 15,000. Then enter down button. Now here you'll be getting F05, correct? So there you'll put 3, enter down button. Now CO3 is 0. Now you'll put IRR and compute. We are getting it as minus 30.30. So you have to just remember that when there are same numbers given in 2, 3, 4, 5, any number of consecutive years, you have to put in that. So for example, here in CO2, we had put 20,000, sorry, 40,000 and the frequency was 2. Here it was, I think, CO5 or CO4, I don't remember. There we had put 15,000 and the frequency was 3. So it is calculating for next 3 years. You don't have to separately go and put there 15, 15, 15. This will save your time. And when you have 0 in an example, you have to put 0, enter and down button. You cannot just do down button and leave it because then it is assuming that uh, it is not taking 0 into consideration. That is how the our calculator is built. Okay. So I hope you understood what IRR means, how it is interpreted, then what are the assumptions and how it is calculated on your professional calculator in CFA exam, and what are the assumptions that are there related to IRR. Now that we have learned IRR and we know its drawbacks, there is something called as MOIC, which is better than IRR, I can say, because of say several reasons. And I will be sharing next video about MOIC. It is also an important topic for CFA. So stay tuned. Thank you. See you.